Hello everybody, welcome back to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. Thank you for joining us this Wednesday. We're just listening to the music then, the masterclass music. It's not quite monthly makes, is it? That music last night, I absolutely loved it. George, you have to like pre-fade it in the gallery and have a bit of a listen to it. What's your favourite music? Sorry, starting off with the talk already. What's your favourite music when it comes to the shows? What's your favourite like hold music when you're waiting for the shows? You know, you're sort of jigging around in your craft room or wherever you're watching us. What's your favourite music? I've got to tell you, mine is not Masterclass. Masterclass gets you moving. Do you think? It just makes me go. What's your favourite one?
I don't know them all properly. I don't pay enough attention to them. I can't. Oh, there was one.
The Craft House is good. Which is the one with the ukulele?
What's the new Beautiful Begin? No, Beautiful Beginnings.
It's quite sort of laid back and tranquil, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds like some sort of, I don't know, beautiful beginnings. But I like the one with the. Anyway, let us know in the comments. If you heard the Monthly Makes music yesterday, you'll know what I'm talking about. But listen, it's not Monthly Make, it's Masterclass. And we're going to be concentrating on all things flower forming. Now, just before we get into the show, I must mention a couple of things. Lots of happy people in the US currently, because you'll know we've got our new US shipping, where you are going to be getting speedier deliveries, 2 to 3 business days after dispatch, and $9.95 shipping as well. You can see here, bottom of your screen, pay less for faster US shipping. Head over to the website for all the details. All the details are there at crafterscompanion.com. So that's hugely exciting. And a bit of a double bill really, because you know you kind of think, oh, faster it's going to be more expensive. No, but faster and more affordable, which is amazing. Also, just to mention on the website right now, it is the last day of our 48-hour flash sale when it comes to our paper and cardstock flash. It's all on the website. Just click on there's a little page when you go to the homepage, click on it, and it will take you to all of the paper pads and cardstock which are relevant to that particular deal. And there's still the last chance saloon section on the website as well, where you'll find last chance to grab some amazing items at amazingly low prices. But as we said, today, still to come, Beautiful Beginnings. This show all about Masterclass, all about flower forming. So over the course of this show, send any questions. If you've got any questions at all, whether it's a beginner's question, whether it's something that you need to be reminded about, ask the questions. Also, get in touch and let us know maybe why you love making your flowers. Also, if you want to send in any pictures, George, there should be hundreds of pictures already in the gallery because we were asking for these earlier. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Any projects that you've made recently with flowers, preferably foam flowers, but any flowers that you like. We want to create a flower gallery a little bit later on. And Corrine is here with me, as you've seen, and you're going to be taking us through a whole host of different demos, aren't you?
We are. So the first one I'm going to do is going to be with my Perfect Pianist, and it's going to be a really, really pretty, sort of really nice card. Then I'm going to do, maybe I'll try and work out what order. I've got one to do with just foliage, sort of really bring out the foliage. I've got one to put on a candle, and then I've got one that I thought I'd do a little bit. The only way I could try it sort of steampunk by going in with gilding wax on your phone.
Nice.
So we talk about putting your inks on your phone, but how about putting gilding waxes on your phone? So we're going to do something like that as well, just to show you. So I think that when we finish, if I do those 4 first, because I've got a couple more, then it'll show you 4 completely different looks with your foam flowers. So I think that might be my plan.
Excellent stuff. Lots lined up, and as always, ask the questions. If there's anything that you want to see and we can fit it in, we will. We've got Radical Rachel on the socials this show again. Already in is Cheryl saying good morning, good morning, good morning from Eastern WA. WA. WA.
I don't know.
Anyway, they're looking in the gallery. It's warmed up to a balmy 30 degrees F so far. Oh, I don't get that. Washington. That's so easy. Hi, everyone. Hope everyone is having a simply marvy day. We are, Cheryl. Thank you. So excited for this class. 30F isn't that warm,
though, is it?
Huh?
30C would be warm. 30F isn't that warm.
No, I think she's being, what's the word?
Sarcastic?
Not sarcastic, that's not the word.
Facetious?
One of those. No, ironic.
Ironic?
That's the one. 30F is still cold. What's 30F in C, Johnny?
I have to think that's 0, isn't it?
Johnny's hating me already on this show. Yeah, in C.
It's 0, more or less. Because you double it and add 30. Minus one.
Minus one. So it's called. He's getting sassy. He's giving me a good. Anything else you want? Anything else you want me to Google?
Just keep Google open and we'll just keep packing them.
Keep it open. Yeah. Makes me sound like I know what I'm talking about. Evelyn says, good morning from Colorado. Hi, Lillian. He says, hello, I'm Ben and Corrine. Did you make it safely back to the other studio? Yes, the ride on the monorail was surprisingly smooth and quick. Lynn's in, the Go Live Granny, says, good afternoon from Isle of Wight. Hi, Denise from Virginia and Deborah from a sunny but cold Pennsylvania. And hey to Zoe Carver, who says, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Zoe and I'm a craftaholic. Let me show you everything you're going to get in your flower forming dies. So basically what you've got here is the opportunity to pick up individual bundles. However, it's going to pay you to wait till the end of me showing these boards fairly quickly, because if you do wait, you'll see the showstopper, which is a bit of a mistake showstopper, and I'll tell you about that in just a second. But you're going to get all of these dies. And whilst these are obviously labelled, I mean, this one is your autumn leaves, right? So you're going to be making all of these beautiful leaves. But then again, you know, you don't have to use your browns. You can use more of your greens to create foliage for all of your flowers there. You will get 5 dies here to be able to create sprays just like this. But what I mean is things like your Christmas rose, which you're going to get in this bundle. Yes, it's called the Christmas rose. However, you know, you choose the different foams that you want to use, and that could be any flower really. And I think it's the same across the board, like the pine cone here. I mean, that does look absolutely brilliant, doesn't it? But then again, we've just used it in yellow here, and you've got a gorgeous daffodil. Then you've got 2 sets in this collection as well, where you've got the dies and you've got the templates as well. So these are brilliant for making bigger flowers, and indeed if you want to add more layers to your particular flowers. Again, that one is a hydrangea garden. It could be anything really, depending on what colour foam you use. Then you've got your regal rose. Had a lot of you earlier on saying how much you love the rose within this set, so that's included once again with the template to make your larger flowers. Then you've got your ivy. I know a lot of you were loving this a little bit earlier on. First time sure that I'd seen this earlier. If you want to see a fantastic demo that Corrine did with that, head back and watch Wake Up Call from earlier on. Then you've got your wonderful wisteria. Maybe you've delved in recently and bought some of the wisteria collection. You haven't yet got the die. You've got it in this bundle alongside your perfect peony. And then lastly, you've got more foliage in there as well. So it is a really comprehensive collection when it comes to making all of your flowers. Should be £90, £90, $115. You pay £40 or $52 if you're a platinum member. That's one bundle. Now, we've got a second bundle when it comes to your flower forming foam. This bundle, you're going to buy these 3 packs here. So you're going to get 12 sheets of your beautiful autumn hues. We're going to give you the 7 sheets of white, perfect of course, then you can create any flower that you want by adding your inks to it, so it's super useful to have that. And then you're also going to get your Country Lane, 16 sheets, 4 sheets of each colour within that bundle. And then for free, we're going to give you the Knitwit Homebody collection, again 16 sheets in those 4 colours. So that's a great deal at £20.78 or £28.68. Then we also have another bundle. If you're thinking, yeah, well, I need the dies, I need the flower forming foam, then I'll need some stamens as well. So you've got a stamen bundle where you are going to get 800 stamens. You're getting a selection of your different coloured stamens within the floral bouquet there. And then you're going to get 400 of your white stamens as well. So once again, you can colour those bespoke to the particular project that you're working with. £5.60 or $8. So you're thinking, hang on, well, I need the dies, I want the foam, I need the stamens. Surely Crafters Companion have thought of a way of bundling this all together and giving me an amazing deal. Yes, we have. It's a showstopper collection. However, it's a showstopper collection with a bit of a mistake, but a mistake that works in your favour. It's a great mistake. It's a happy mistake, because we're going to give you all of the dies. All of the dies. You're going to get the stamens for free. And then you know that this bundle I showed you here a minute ago with all of the flower forming foam in there, you're not getting that once in the showstopper, you're getting that twice over. So it's 102 sheets that you're getting, and you're only paying £60.78 or $80.68. That is an incredible buy for everything that I've just shown you. plus we're doubling up on that and giving you those for free within that collection. That's the majority of you are buying that this morning, and that's a great question, Johnny. How many flowers potentially could you make from 102 sheets of flower forming foam? I mean, you're going to be there forever, aren't you? That is a lot of flowers.
That's a lot. The first flower I'm going to make today uses three flowers from the Perfect Peony, and that is not even...
That's a corner of a sheet, isn't it?
That's not even the width of a sheet.
No.
So that's about a sixth of a sheet.
Right, so it's
But I made this one out of the white foam, so same foam, but I hand cut the petals, really easy to do. And it goes back to the question that the lady asked us earlier about the roses with the buds.
Yeah.
So that's got a little polystyrene ball in the centre.
Oh, yeah.
Hand cut that, but that's probably like a whole sheet, if not a little bit more. So it depends what you're going to make. Are you going to make flowers like this, and then we're talking 500, 600 flowers? Or you're talking flowers like this, where it's going to be maybe just shy of 100 flowers. So it depends where you're going with it.
Yeah, lots is the answer.
Yeah.
Just by the way, thank you for all the pictures that you're sending in. We're looking for ones particularly with flowers on today. Flower forming flowers preferably, but cards with florals on, because it's a masterclass with your flower forming foam. So any flowers made out of foam, that would be amazing, but anything sort of florally is what we would love to see as well. We'll do a little gallery later. A few more quick hellos, then we'll get into it. Hi to Carletta, who's in from Arkansas. Amy Shellmeyer joins us from Southern California. Hello, Terry Anderson from Ohio. Saved to my Corrine file in the library. This show, she's got a very own Corrine file. Yeah.
She had one of those.
And then Kate McQueen says, howdy peeps, how are we all? We're well. I've emailed my makes into the studio earlier. If you've got Kate's makes, we'll have a look if you've got yours, Kate. Marvellous. The guys are working very hard putting that gallery together. Right, let's get cracking then. So, a bit of a flower forming 101. Where are we starting?
Okay, right. As I said, we're going to start with the Perfect Peony, and we're going to start with the natural white foam. So that's from that, and as Ben said, you're going to get 2 packs of that in your showstopper. It's got 7 sheets in each one. I'm only going to work with half a sheet to begin with, so I've just folded it in half, and I'm just going to cut that in half. Now, I only try to put through my die cutting machine the foam that I actually want to use, because just think about it, every time you put it through your die cutting machine, you're flattening it and you're changing the properties.
That's a good point.
So I'm going to fold this into thirds. Fits really nicely in thirds because it's 9 by 11, so you are getting 3 inches. So that means that if you fold it into thirds, we can pop it in our mini one as well. So it's entirely up to you. So let's see if we can put this into here. So if I put that on there, let me just hold it there. And then I'm going to take the largest flower. I'm going to take the next one and the smallest one. Now, I just take them on there so that they don't move around and they don't overlap, because they can do that if you're not careful. So we're going to push that one right up to there. This one's going to come here, and then I can just squeeze this one down at the bottom. Let's see if I can move that up a little bit. There we go. And those 3 will fit just perfectly on my third. What I tend to do then is open it out and use these bits in the second go round. So we can take that now. If I got that all caught within the folder, just to show you. Now, as we often say, these dies will cut up to 6 layers of your foam. Even through your mini, it will go through 6 layers. But the pressure in these machines is so strong, just seeing if that's gone all the way through. Yes, it has. This pressure is so strong that you end up with the sheets being stuck so tightly together that it spends longer than it would have done to put it through a second time, just separating them out. So I tend to limit myself to 3 layers. So if I show you this here, you can see, there you go, look, 1, 2.
Perfect.
Oh, now, I have just caught this. There we go. What I've just done is I caught that on my tape. I'm going to actually use that. I'm going to show you how you can still use it, because one of the things I often do is when I'm shaping them is I pull petals off by accident.
Okay.
Don't think you've got to put it in the bin.
No, you still use it.
Oh, still use it?
Of course you do, yeah.
Yep, absolutely. There's no reason not to use it at all. Like I say, what I could then do is open this out and I can get another one out of there. I can get at least another one out of there. So, you know, make sure you work it carefully. So what we're going to do is I'm going to now colour these using my pink tulip and my lemon tonic. So my lemon tonic is really easy. That's going to go in the middle, just on there. Now just remember to come out a little bit further than you think, because we're going to make centres in these, so we want to make sure that this can still be seen. So that's going to go there. Let's just do this one as well that I broke, just to show you that it can still be done. It was just stuck on the tape and I was just a bit heavy-handed. And then, oh, let's do a big one as well. We can come in. I only need to put the yellow in the centre on the top. I don't need to put the yellow in the centre on the back. Right, it doesn't matter how white the flower is that you want to make. In real life, real flowers are very rarely white.
Yes, very true.
If you go and look at a white rose or a white hellebore, Christmas rose, or I'm trying to think what else.
Is that a hellebore, Christmas rose, is it?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Daisy, yeah.
Daisy, they're not actually pure white, or very rarely.
Yeah.
They've got a hint of green or a hint of yellow to them.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's why I like to put in the extra colour. So we'll just put on that. And again, just like we were doing earlier, we're not spending loads of time inking up, because...
You're very good with your real flowers as well, aren't you? You're green-fingered, aren't you?
Not very.
I thought you were.
I know a bit.
Quite more than I do.
I know a bit, but...
I bet you've got a nice garden.
We redid the garden when hubby retired, so it is nice now, yes. Mm. But we did it like about 18 months before getting a puppy, which really was not the sensible
Has the puppy dug the garden up then?
She did have a couple of goes. She's pretty good now, but it's not really... We haven't got grass or anything like that.
What have you got?
Flower beds.
What, so you can't walk in your garden?
Yeah, there's a path between all the flower beds, and there's a decking area.
Oh, nice.
And there's a patio area.
What's your flower of choice in the garden, or do you have like a selection?
We have all sorts.
Yeah.
Colin does each flower bed differently.
What, different flowers in each bed?
Yeah.
They have like a rose bed or a...
No, we haven't got roses. So it's like the one bed by the pond is all yellow, and one's not... I can't think of the word now, it's gone. Not gerberas, but that sort of big daisy flower. I can't think what they're, yellow and brown and whatever. Yeah, name's gone, it'll come back to me. But, you know, they're all very different. Yeah. And then, like, the bed at the back's all tall grasses.
I was just remembered. Sorry.
What was funny there?
No, it's just popped back into my head the last time we chatted about your garden. It was the chat that ended up us talking about plastic Karens. Do you remember?
Plastic?
Karens.
No.
Because we were talking about plastic herons, and I thought you said... No, it was plastic Helen. It was a plastic Helen, not a plastic Karen. Sorry, it's just like, it's just popped back into my mind. Oh, dear.
Yeah, we haven't got a plastic heron.
No, but you've got a lovely pond, though.
Yeah, but the heron did eat all the fish out of it.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, okay, so I'm going to take my petals, and I've got my irons. This is just a craft iron. I use it for my flowers, and do you know what the other thing I use this for is, you know when you buy, we send out ribbon, and it's on a card, I just iron it with my craft iron to flatten it. Because it goes creased, doesn't it, round the card?
Oh, do you mean like in like a box or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I thought you would say you use it for really small pairs of trousers or something.
No, there's nobody with that small in our house. Elsie doesn't like trousers.
No.
She protests. Right, so I'm going to pop that on there. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a warm, and you can see straight away, look at that, it started to bend up, and then we can put this on.
Was it an oxide daisy you were thinking of, says Rachel?
No, I know what it... the yellow and brown and... Oh, flip, I can't remember. It'll come to me all of a sudden. I'll shout it out. Okay. Right, just put a little bit more ink on the top. That's annoying, isn't it, when you can't think of...
It is, when it's on the tip of your tongue. Oh, chrysanthemum.
No.
No. Sunflower.
No, I know a sunflower. Are you just looking...
I'm looking at yellow and brown flowers. What's that one there? Doesn't tell me. That's not the one you're thinking of, though, is it?
What's it?
That.
Yes.
Well, that is it. That is a. It doesn't say. It's really annoying.
So just going to do on the one that's broken. So I can still just. All I'm doing here is warming that up, and then I can just do exactly the same as I was doing. Just because it's broken, we're going to hide the break. I've even broken it even more down there. There we go.
Coreopsis lanceolata.
That's the Latin name. What's the English name?
Oh, yellow flower with serrated edges. Why is it so hard to find out the name? Somebody tell us.
Oh, you'll have to tell me how you're getting on with your garden, because you were having somebody come in to discuss your garden the other day, weren't you?
Well, our garden's underwater, unfortunately.
Is it back underwater again?
Yeah, because it rained, and the last time we saw someone who was coming to fix it, they said, "Oh, we'll be back in touch in a week. We'll get it sorted." So I haven't heard.
Haven't you?
From anyone.
Why does that not surprise you at all?
Why does that not surprise me? Gerbera, black-eyed Susan.
Gerbera.
Gerbera?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Ah.
That's what I was
I
thinking.
should have known that, 'cause that's one of my favourites, that is, a gerbera.
Right, now, once I open this out, what we're then going to do is we've shaped these. So these are very similar to how we did it this morning, but we've done it with a different flower die. And we're going to open this out, just open those like that. And then open that out. And then all I'm going to do, just to add a little bit of shape, I'm going to take one of my ball tools. The ball tools are on the show today. So these are an absolute lifesaver when you're making them. So you're going to get the ball tools, you're going to get the foam mat, and you'll also get the petal distresser.
For free.
For free.
With the finger toboggan.
The finger toboggan, that's the one.
Bottom of your screen. Oh no, side of your screen. There you go. $11.99, $15.96.
If you are going to start getting into flowers, then I can't recommend enough that you do get your flower making tools, because they are just going to help no end. Now, I could have done this without using my craft iron quite easily, just using the heat of my hands, but it does make it easier if you've got that. Right, so I've now got slightly shaped. All I was doing was putting that on and using the heat of my thumb to rub against the petal just to shape it. That's all I'm doing, is I'm using as we were saying earlier, your hand is a good shaping tool, so we've got those there. And then all I'm going to do, let me move that out of the way, and I've found the little stand for my glue thing, so I can hopefully it'll stand still. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first one of these, and I'm only going to do 3 petals, because sometimes that's enough. Just put a little blob of glue in the centre. Come on, glue. Little blob of glue in the centre. And as we were saying earlier, less is more on the glue. You really don't want too much. But did you see how that concertinaed up on itself?
Yes.
And that's just the heat of the glue, just shaping it. So all I'm going to do, that broken one, I'm going to pop that, a little bit of glue in there. I'll put 3, I'm always staggering them when I put them on, 3 on there, and then we can just put a tiniest, oops, it stuck to me. You will end up with gluey nails, inky fingers.
Half the fun though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just to say, we've got the glue gun on the show as well with free sticks, and if you've already got the glue gun, we've got a buy 3 get 1 free deal on our glue sticks as well. Used the glue gun for the first time when we did the tour actually, and it was very well. I wasn't surprised, but I was amazed at how quickly that does stick, and what a good stick you get. There you go, bottom of your screen for your glue sticks. You get 10 in each pack, and you basically buy 3 get 1 free today. And if you want the glue gun on its own, again, that's for UK viewers. You'll find that on the website.
Okay, so all I'm going to do then is put another blob of glue in the centre, just like that. We're going to put all sorts of, we're going to do different centres on our flowers as we go. I've just put a gem. I've just got containers full of gems.
Oh, wow.
And then just press that down so they shape up round the petals, and then, hey presto, just do a little bit of shaping. Once you've done it, get them where you want them. And then you've got lots and lots of gorgeous flowers.
They are amazing.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Yes.
I really love working with white foam. So how I then use this is, see, this is, you know, we craft and we make sure we craft our own way. So I use the distress tool around the edge of some paper.
Oh, the little crimper.
The crimper, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I got some of my Say It With Flowers, let the edges crack, and then I cut a couple of bits out from the Say It With Flowers, bit of sisal, bit of twine, I just stuck it all on. No sort of...
Plan?
You know, just not really a plan, just pop it on.
Whack
and
it on.
will, I promise you, it will work. And you'll make the most amazing projects. So that's going to go on to here. This isn't all about the card, it's about the flowers. So I thought, you know, I've got the card sort of semi-made. So we can press that down. And then we just get the flower. Oh, now what I want to show you before I go any further is we also have the foliage dies.
We do.
Now, they look beautiful in foam, and the next demo we're going to do, we're going to cut lots out in foam.
Nice one.
But they also cut beautifully out of cardstock.
Yes,
They're not
I'm so glad you
foam
pointed that
dies.
out, because you can use these for all sorts of materials, can't you?
Absolutely, yeah, they are not foam specific dies.
Yes.
They are just beautiful, beautiful dies. Even with the flowers, we were talking earlier about books, old
Yes.
books and
Manuscripts
manuscripts.
and maps and
Yeah,
all sorts.
just, you know, use them as you want. One of the things I often do is I do like to bunch my flowers quite up together. I don't tend to spread them out that far.
A foam flower is your favourite. That's an interesting one as well. Let us know in the socials like what your favourite type of flowers are when it comes to craft. Is it foam flowers your favourite, or do you use, you know, books or like manuscript or musical manuscript? People were talking about maps we had yesterday as well, didn't we? Foam flowers are your favourite, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I really do love doing those. So that's three. I might just, I know we normally do the rule normally is 1, 3s and 5s, but I've got 5, so we'll see what 4 looks like. Oh no, that looks nice.
That does look nice.
And then I'm just...
Very pretty.
It's what we were saying, you always need to put your foliage in. Just works beautifully. And then I had a little sentiment. We can pop that in there. Let's just put some glue along. I might trim that down just a little bit.
Does that say it with flowers, the paper?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we can just put a little happy birthday on there, and that is all I would do. There you go.
That's amazing. So beautiful, and hopefully you've just seen how easy it is to work with these flower-forming flowers. Kate says, Ben and the glue gun was hilarious on tour. It wasn't that funny. You must have come to one of the earlier ones, Kate, because by the end of the tour, I was like 007 with me glue gun, I was. Licensed to stick. Yeah. No, not a wizard.
What were you sticking?
We were making the... we were making big snowflakes out of paper bags.
Yes.
And using the glue gun, obviously. But I see we had one dodgy glue gun which sort of always travelled with us wherever we went, and I always seemed to get the dodgy glue gun each night. It's almost like Sarah was setting me up for a fall. I reckon that's what she was doing. Hi to Zoe who's joined us. Thank you for all of the suggestions for flowers which are coming in. Hi to Urana Stanley, says, good morning Corrine and Ben. I love watching Corrine with flower forming. One of the best in the business. I'm putting it out there. Oh no, absolutely. When it comes to your flower making, Corrine's top of the pops. Kate says, sorry Ben, no flowers on mine. Oh, on the card that you sent in. We'll let you off, Kate, as it's you. We're going to show it anyway, Johnny said. And Altje de Vries says, where can I see the emailed makes? We're going to show them in a bit. We're going to show them on the show, so don't worry about that. You don't have to search anywhere. We will pop them up on your screens for you very, very shortly indeed. The Showstopper's the popular one. That's the one that you really need to think about going for. I'll just quickly rattle through it again at pace, just so you can see the value for money that you're getting, the bang for buck. Remember, You can buy the dies, the foam and the stamens individually. However, if you go for the showstopper, you get the stamens for free and you get double the amount of flower forming foam as well. And look at all these dies. I mean, incredible really, when you think of all the dies you get. So all of the foliage. I loved Corrine's point as well earlier on of like, you know, it's nice to have the flowers, isn't it? But then when you place them on the card, if you haven't got any kind of foliage to place beneath them, it just looks like the flowers are sort of floating in midair. So to have the foliage there to build your flowers up on is incredible. You've then got your perfect peony, but like we said, you know, these can be whatever flowers you want them to be. You don't have to use foam either. We kind of recommend, because we love our foam flowers so much, but you can use whatever you want. If you want to use papers or vellums, or as we talked about, you know, books, obviously don't, you know, nick your partner's best book and cut it up, but you know what I mean. Charity shops are always a good place if you like to sort of make flowers that way. You've got your ivy in there as well, which is beautiful. Then 2 sets with the larger petals, so you get the templates included here to be able to cut those larger petals out if you want to do that. So you can make bigger flowers, you can add more depth and dimension to your flowers as well. That one's actually your regal rose, it could be any one. You've got your hydrangea garden, but again, it could be any flower depending on what colour you're using. Then you've got your pine cone. I really like this. The pine cone I think looks absolutely brilliant in that brown. You'll get the flower forming foam to go with that as well in the autumn hues pack. Could be a daffodil though. Christmas rose again here with another 5 dies you're going to receive, and then you get all of your autumn leaves as well. These 5 dies you're going to get, and again you can create sort of like a spray like that, you know, maybe for your autumn makes, Thanksgiving, table decorations, boxes. I mean, again, we were saying earlier on with the flowers as well, think outside the box just a little bit with these. Don't have to always be on cards or on boxes. You know, you can use them to decorate things like headbands, little corsages, little boutonnières, however you want to use them. They are brilliant. So you get those included. I'm going to keep saying boutonniere. Every time I say it, Johnny just goes, hello. You're also going to get all your flower forming foam as well. So 16 sheets from your Country Lane collection. You're going to get 16 sheets from the Knitwit Homebody collection. You're going to get 7 sheets in white, super handy, so you can colour that up and create any flower that you want. And you're going to get your autumn hues as well. So 12 sheets in those 4 colours, 3 of each. If you go for that individually, that's what you get. But if you get the showstopper, you'll get that twice. You'll get that twice. These are going, by the way. You'll get that twice. You'll get that twice. That is 102 sheets of flower forming foam. And you know this, and you know the stamens. You're going to get those for free within the bundle. So your floral boutique, your floral stamens, and then you also got your white stamens included in there as well, which you can colour in. So all of that twice over, and then all of those dies for £60 or $78 or $80.68, practically giving it away, man. You're saving $67.85 or $89.75, less another 20%. That is incredible. We have dropped a bit of a clanger, and that we're being honest with you here. With the showstopper, you weren't supposed to get double the amount of foam, but we've had to honour it now because we showed it in the earlier show. I'll probably get blamed, like I usually do. Actually, we'll blame Craig. But we won't. We don't. We do, but we don't. Or do we? But you get all of that included in that collection. It is such a great buy. If you're just starting out on your flower forming journey, that is a new crafty hobby that you can start for £60 or $80, and you've got everything that you need there pretty much. You might want to pop in your tool collection as well. Maybe some adhesives too. But listen, check out the Shop the Show, Shop the Day page on the website. Check out the 3 for 2s on your paper and your cardstock. But more importantly, check out that deal because it's very popular. When we come back, more with Corrine, more great demonstrations. Get those questions in. I'm encouraging you to ask any questions to do with flower forming today because Corrine is the lady to ask. She's only here for this show concentrating on those flowers. So do it now. We'll be back with you in about 3 or 4 minutes' time.
Many of our viewers bring up time and time again, and that's our wax seal gate.
Thinking dough might not work as well because I've put too much. Oh, I've forgotten to put me thing in place. Because I have a way of words that I think that doesn't engage with that and can come out all wrong. Water. that I've had a
That
bit
wasn't the
of
one you just
inking.
washed your brush in, was it?
Sorry. Yes, but it doesn't matter.
No, it wasn't, was it? It was. Are you kidding?
I'm going to have to say, it's a slip of the tongue. I'm going to say it's maybe to do with my Scottish accent. I'm maybe going to say it's because of Mr. Ben Moseby. He is, well, yeah, he doesn't help matters.
I've made pots that have exploded when I fired them. I've done zips in inside out. It happens to everybody.
We've all spilt our glitter all over our project or knocked the water over.
You're right.
I've just noticed I've got my dress on inside out.
So I was messing about doing some backgrounds with the sparkling, took the lid off it and managed to catch the pot somehow, and the whole thing came towards me, down my front, across my lap, onto the floor.
I went to reach for the water and, you know, do the tapping with and so there was less tapping and more sort of a tsunami. I've got some... We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Welcome back. We're just chatting as well. Just I'll just give it a quick plug. Getting very excited tomorrow. Got my first ever car load.
There's stuff in the bin.
Car load. Yeah.
There's some awesome stuff on it.
There's going to be some good stuff. There's no, I'm not going to tell you too much, but there's a big
Reveal.
I wasn't going to say that, but yeah. If you go on my Instagram page, you'll see a bit of a sneaky peeky video of a few bits and pieces that are coming up tomorrow. But it's me and Debbie. Surprises galore. It's going to be amazing. Hopefully you can join us. Patricia Ann says, when I make flowers to put in a vase, I make foam flowers and also quilling flowers. Yeah, because I suppose with your foam flowers as well, you can obviously pop those on your floristry wire, can't you? Put them in little vases, get some of that, your Oasis.
Oasis, yeah.
Whack them in.
Yep.
Every time I say Oasis, George, mad for it. Karin, card is so beautiful. Lillian says, I sent in my first flowers photo. It's been shown before. I kept trying to offset the petal layers, but the glue caught them before I had positioned them right. Well, we'll have a look in a minute. We'll have a look. And just before we move on, Sandra says, Ben, could you please ask Corinne, this is what we're here for, if the white stamens can be coloured using the little pots of liquid inks and the re-inkers?
Of course I can.
Yeah.
Or your pens.
Yeah.
Alcohol pens. your ink pads. Let me just see. So this is my, I've got lots of stamens in there. Just keep this full of stamens. So let's see, get a white one or two. The easiest way is definitely, let's show you. I've just got that set up ready. One of the easiest ways we could get some ink, pop it ink, and then just, hopefully you can see, look at that, straight away, coloured just like that. Or I could get, let me just grab a pen, any pen, let's just get a nice red. We can then come in with our alcohol pens and colour them just like that. So you can have whatever colour, or you, like you said, you could go in with your golds. You could get your metallic pens. Because they're like a clay, they're really absorbent. Look at that, I can come in with my metallic pens. You'll be able to do your acrylic markers, anything like that. So yeah, there we go, you can just see, turn it around. So look, there you are. I've just done it with a pen, an ink pad, and a metallic pen. So that's just 3. But you could, you know, just look around your craft room, you will find so much. The white ones, the white foam and the white stamens are definitely what you need to stock up on.
Amazing.
Can I just say, I was looking at that bundle. When I first started doing flower making, I used to buy my sheets of foam individually.
Yeah.
I paid £1 per sheet.
Where were you shopping?
For foam.
One sheet of foam?
Honestly, before it became really, really well, you couldn't buy it in packs. This is before crafters started doing it. I was paying £1 a sheet, and I've still got some of that foam. You now got...
That's £52, please.
I know. Yeah,
go, 52,
that would be
52.
£52 worth of foam. I'm not paying you that because I've got some. So
you get double that as well. It's £104,
please.
please.
You can have the foam back for
You
today.
sure you don't want it 104?
I know, I've got plenty, thank you.
100 for cash.
No, thank you. You're not having cash.
Oh.
Not 75 either.
That's fine. No.
But I just want to show the value of
75
that.
and a signed photo.
Have you got some signed photos?
No.
Goodbye, Ben. Oh, you started something there, Ben.
No, is that? Sorry, I'm mucking about.
Should we increase on the offer?
Shocked. What? I'm shocked.
See if anybody else has got a better offer than a signed photo.
Yeah. I never ever. So that was before it became like a very popular thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So when did it become popular? Did you say very popular?
Oh, I'm trying to think.
The last 10 years or so, or further back?
Oh no, much more recent than that. Probably about 4.5 years ago.
Wow.
5 years ago, yeah. But I was paying £1 a sheet.
Well, that makes the deal even more incredible. And I'm glad that you shared that, because, again, I think it's good to kind of put in your mind. You guys know anyway. We give you amazing deals day in, day out, but that is phenomenal. You can get that individually, but don't do that. Go for the full collection. I know a few of you, Johnny's just put up on screen the details for the dies individually. A few of you are just doing that. I would have thought... those will be popular individually. Potentially people who already have these dies might just be getting the foam individually, but for those of you who have nothing when it comes to kind of your flower forming, go for the showstopper, because you get this double time. So 2 of each of those. So 104 sheets of flower forming foam, £104 for you. It's not really, is it? But then you're going to get your stamens and you're going to get all of those dies in there for this price, which is incredible. 60.78 or 80.68. Keep the questions coming in, and we'll have a look at some more demos. So what are you going to make for us now?
Right. Look at this. Can you see? Here. Look at this. Wow. Look at that.
That's amazing.
Beautiful, isn't it?
It looks real.
Yeah. And it didn't take me very long to make at all. We're going to make it look better than that when we finish, but I'm just going to show you how easy.
Happy birthday.
There you go. But I mean, it just shows, you know what I mean? If you wanted to do something with your flowers, it will just last forever, won't it?
I'd love that to come to you one time and go, what's the demo? Here it is, there. Next demo.
Oh dear, right, so I've had to write it down, from the autumn hues, and I know the green foliage isn't in the showstopper, but it is available on the show.
Yeah.
I've just used different foams from there, so I think the greens that I've got, the 2 greens that I've got on the table are from the foliage, but the other colours, these 4, the 2 browns, the orange and the yellow, are all from the autumn hues, which you're getting in the showstopper. So 4 layers there. I talked about doing 3, but we're going to go for 4 here. I've done my yellow, I've folded it into thirds, and my green, I've folded it in half. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to lay these dies all over here. Just, it doesn't matter how many, there's no rules with this one, it's just however you want to do them. So just lay them all over. So that's the autumn leaves. Then we've got the foliage, and all of these, it doesn't matter how detailed they are, they will all cut out of your foam, and they will all cut all of these layers as well. It's not a problem. There we go, right. So that's 10 dies on there. So that's 40 leaves, because it's 4 thick.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
Easy maths.
Hydrangea garden. Again, I'm using the 2 of the smallest dies. So you've got those 2 there. And is this the one you get a template with as well?
Yes.
Which I don't think
Hydrangea in the rose.
Oh, it's in there, yeah. So I'm just using the 2 smallest individual dies. You've got these ones that are even smaller, but these ones just there. And then, and I know I'm going to do this again because I know everybody loved it this morning. I'm going to use from the ivy, just a few of the ivy as well. So put those on there. Now, I'm going to very carefully lay that on top, just because I couldn't be bothered to tape all those down. Oops. There we go. And then we can pop that through. Right, I'm just going to catch it when it comes out because I don't want it to lean because I've not taped those dies.
Okay.
And all the dies will just tumble out. Tumble out. Tumble out. So we don't want that. So let's pull that through there. That's going to come through. Catch that. So, I mean, I don't even want to think about how many we've made. We've cut a lot of flowers in one pass. There we go. All picked up like that. Perfect. So we have got 40 leaves, we've got 6 flowers, and we've got 6 ivy. So we can just pop these out, and these will then just to show you. And this is what that, oh, I'm so sorry. One of the ladies said this morning that this is why she likes to do alternate colours when she's cutting.
Sandra.
Because, well remembered, because that's orange on one side and brown on the other, so I know there's 2 layers to separate. Whereas with the, there you go, look at that. Whereas with this yellow, because it's yellow on both sides, you can sometimes not realise how many layers you've got, so you can see that's a 3 layer. And you can quite easily take off some of the pressure on your machine. If you find it's just pushing them together too much and you can't separate them afterwards, just, there we go, that's in there. Then just take some of the pressure off. Just take your magnetic shim out. It will still cut. Absolutely perfect. Right, I want to get some of these that are going to be easy to work with. Look at this. 40 leaves all in one pass.
Incredible.
And look at the colours. Now, just to show you, these just don't look the same at all. If I just show you those, compared to those, these just look so much more realistic. And it's just from applying a little bit of ink and heat to them. So I'm not going to do them all, obviously. I'm just going to do a few. And we're going to put those there. And then let's just get a couple of the ivy leaves as well. And look at this. Look at that is 2 pieces of foam, and the embossed detail has gone across absolutely perfectly. If we can get that to separate. There we go, got that there, separated, there we go. So look at that. So it's really strange because it's embossed, the top side of that one and the bottom side of that one. The insides, look, you've got the markings, but you've not got the emboss. Yeah. Why did it do on the top and then the bottom? It's very strange, isn't it? Right, I could carry on doing those, but what we're going to do, so I did draw the vein detail in on those earlier, but what we're going to do this time is, I've got smoked emerald, and it's quite a dark one, but we're just going to come in round the edges.
George is in on the extreme close-up there.
Ooh, there you go, look at that. Straight away, it looks different. It's still flat, but it looks different.
Right in there.
Just on there. Then I'm going to come in with the oak leaf that's in green with a little bit of smoked emerald.
Just whilst you're inking that up, Astrid says, I love my flower forming foam. Great tips, Corrine, says Carol Byrne. Fred says, the foliage dies work great with paper for mail cards or for sympathy cards. Carol says, just as an FYI, you can also use a single glue dot between the layers rather than hot glue.
Oh, wow, I've never done that.
Apparently, that's what Carol does. Lillian says, Ben's got a big box. That's tomorrow. I've got a big bargain box. And Kate says, Ben was supposed to sign my programme with Sarah on tour, but he didn't. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Kate. I remember seeing you. I don't know how I didn't end up signing your programme then, because I was down the front for long enough, so I don't know how that happened. Apologies. Maybe if it happens again this year, maybe see you then. Or maybe watch the Cartload show tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Tease. Right, so all I've done is I've just added a little bit of ink to these. Now, even on the orange one, I'm still using my Seal Brown, just to add in a little bit of texture. And then on the green, I'm just popping the emerald green on. There we go, just to add the dimension. And then we just add a little bit of shape. So again, I'm going to use my craft iron because for me this is the easiest way.
Yeah.
And I'll show you what I did with the ivy. So unlike the flower petals, we put it on flat. All we're going to do is we're going to go around the edges. So what it effectively does is it buckles the foam, because the edge, because when we're saying when you apply heat like this, you get about a 10% shrinkage. So what's happened is the outside is now almost too small to contain the middle.
Yeah.
So it just sort of gives it a really nice buckle and crinkle. So if I show you that, you can see the two halves. And then we turn that round.
Is that an official craft iron you've got there? Or
Yes.
did you just say travel iron?
It's a Sticks 2 one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I'm going to do the same with these. I'm not going to put them flat on. I'm just going to pop it. It's been all over with me, is this one. I've had this since the beginning of my flower making. I also, rather than put it on the other iron, it just means that if anything, your ink stains, it's not a problem, is it then? And I'm not worried about getting ink on the iron that my husband's then going to iron his best shirt with.
Oh, can you imagine?
No. Not that he irons very much. He irons his T-shirts and I iron everything else.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Johnny's just saying he does the ironing in his house. I do the ironing in my house.
Do you?
Yeah, Laura. I've never known Laura iron in the 22 years we've been together.
Wow.
Yeah, and I quite enjoy it actually. Yeah, Johnny, you get a bit peace and quiet, don't you? You can sort of drift off with your own thoughts, put a bit of TV on. I don't mind ironing. I don't mind it at all actually. Don't iron shirts and T-shirts and stuff. I know people who iron their pants and...
I used to.
What, iron your pants?
Oh, because I used to iron everything. Pants, tea towels, the lot. But I soon realised that that's where madness lays.
Your mum irons socks, Johnny? Why do you iron... My mum used to iron the bed sheets. You iron the bed sheets? What's the point?
I ironed bed sheets until very, very recently. And when I changed the bed on Monday, I just took the iron up to the bed and ironed it on the bed, and then it was fine. Just iron it straight on the bed. It's much better.
Sorry, what? You put the...
I used to iron the bed sheets all the time, but this week, for the first time, I took the iron to the made bed.
Oh.
So instead of fiddling with a big king-size quilt on an ironing board, put it on the bed and then just iron it.
But to what point though?
Because it looks nicer.
But who's going to see it?
Me. Every day when I make my bed, and then put all my cushions on and sort it all out.
Yeah, but then by the time, this is the argument I have, Laura always says I don't make the bed properly, and I think I make it to a good standard, and she goes, oh, you haven't done it to the right standard. It's like, well, who's going to see it? Nobody but us. Sorry, but by the time you slept in the bed once and the sheets... I'm not repeating what you just said, Johnny. He's a comedian today. But by the time you slept in it once, then it's going to be all creased anyway, isn't it? So you only really get the one night of the perfectly ironed...
Does make a difference. Does make a difference.
Well, I'm going to try it. Next time we change the bed sheets, I'm going to iron them and see if I get a better night's sleep.
Okay. Oh, never said it makes a difference how you sleep. Right, now, we're going to use heat gun. Now, the thing to remember is when you use your heat gun on your foam, is don't put your heat gun on your foam until your heat gun's really warm. Because all you'll do is you'll shrink it and shrink it and shrink it. Oops, sorry, that's blown away. So, test it on my mat. Not quite warm enough yet. And then, yeah, that's only one layer. Oh, that's nice and warm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put my poke tool in the middle, and there we go. Look at that. Did you see that? Did you watch it?
Ready?
There you go.
Oh, wow.
And put my cover, and it'll just pull up towards the heat. It's really clever.
Amazing.
Really clever. So if you've got, I've got my ball tool there, and you can then just take it, and if it doesn't shape quite right, you just put your ball tool in the middle and just put it like that. I mean, how quick is that? There we go. Let me put that there, sorry. There we go. So all I would then do is, just as we did before, poke tool down the centre. Oh, there's one still.
Zoe's just said only Corrine would iron the bed. Ha ha ha. Johnny
Loads
loves
of
that
people do
idea.
it. Loads of people do it. It's so much easier. Right, then what I'm going to do next is I've got my stamens. So these are the autumn hue stamens. Autumn hue stamens. Now, I don't know whether they're in that bundle, whether they're just a different bundle, but I know that
In the bundle.
they're in the bundle. Perfect. So I have taken a little hole in the middle. I've cut my stamen in half, and then I'm just going to pop it down through there. I want to see the stamen. So when the stamen's in place, I'm then just going to grab my glue gun and then just pop a tiny bit of glue on there, and then just, you can pull that down a little bit. Oh, just leave that to dry. Let's do one more. Pop. Make sure the pokey tool's gone through the middle. Sometimes, if you don't go far enough, the foam almost tries to close back up, and then we can pop that one onto there, hold that in place, a little bit of glue. Just remember, the heat from your glue will try to shrivel up your foam, but just hold it, and then we've got a little flower, little bud. They are tiny, but you'll see why I've done that in a minute.
Yeah.
Right, now, so all I've done is shape these, and just the difference between flat ones, just to show you, on that one, look, they just changes them, adds more dimension to them. You can see, no ink or anything, ink in a little bit of shape. Just works perfectly. So, right, I messed up. I put everything in one bag, didn't I? And all the ink came off. But I think
it's quite nice, actually.
yeah, it looks a bit distressed and look a bit arty. So we can pop this onto here.
Sharon just says, I used the bed as an ironing board, but have never actually ironed the bed. Astrid says, I take my bedding out of the tumble dryer whilst it's hot. I like to shake out the wrinkles.
Jenny, you only put it in the tumble dryer for the last 4 minutes to warm it up to get the wrinkles out. You don't dry it in the tumble dryer. Johnny said it's too expensive to dry in the tumble dryer.
What, the bedding?
Yeah. So you dry it on the washing line, and then you put it in the tumble.
We still put stuff in the tumble because you can't dry it on the washing line at the minute because it's too cold.
I have just dried all my washing this week on the washing line. On the line outside. If the patio slabs are dry, then your washing will dry, love.
Is that right?
Yep.
It's warmer down south though, not Costa Nottingham.
Except your garden's underwater.
Except my garden's underwater. So that the washing line just sinks into the garden, so yeah. It's not, honestly, I don't think it's warm enough up here to get your sheets dry on the line because it's freezing. It's freezing up here. It's obviously a lot warmer down south. What, you 2 hours down south, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
But look at that. If your slabs are dry, your washing will dry. You've heard it here first. Joey's just going on. Gemma has a go at me for not putting the washing out. Slabs are dry, get the washing out.
Right, now, all I've done is I stamped a sentiment on there. And can you see there's a faint pencil line all the way around? It didn't even join up. I just laid a circular die down and drew around it. So I'm going to just pop a bit of glue. Now, this could take a little bit. Might need to trim some of these down when I've done. And I'm just going to start building them up. I'm going to have to trim a few of those down when we're done, but that's fine. Oops.
Yeah.
There we go. And you can see where I'm not going to do it in exact symmetry. We're just going to do it approximately. If I got another one of those, I thought I did. Oh, I'll go in with the orange one. Put it there. So now you could, in theory, go round with your 3D glue would work really well with this. Because if you wanted, let's try it with this. So if we did a big row of our 3D glue gel here, I can come over there now. There we go, that's going to maybe make life a little bit easier because it gives me more time, because that's the thing with the other glue. And then just keep popping bits in. I'm going to just trim these down because I wanted them, they were a bit long. Let's just trim those. Oops.
I love the fact now, because Rachel's always on the socials today, is more chat in the socials currently about laundry than there is about flowers. Send us pictures of your bedding on the washing line. Don't do that. Do you remember that time when Craig said, what did he say? Send us a picture of what you're up to, or you being creative or something, and someone sent in a picture of their air fryer because they were busy cooking away with their air fryer. Oh, that was on one of the videos until recently.
He didn't like that, did he, at all?
I think he found it funny. Very funny. He was like, I meant something crafty, eh? Bless him.
And then I'm just literally going to keep popping little bits in. I'm trying to do it fairly methodical so that we get popping these bits in. Now the only thing is, having used the wet glue, is it's harder to shape them. If you use your hot glue, if you feel like you need to shape them a little bit more, you can always put a little bit of hot glue, squeeze them into a shape, and then pop them on.
You know what I'm going to ask you? It's just come in. Fred wants to know where that stamp's from.
It's one of ours. It's one...
Can't remember.
No.
Someone will know.
I'm so sorry. Did I write it? Friendship stamps. There you go. I wrote it down.
There you go. Friendship stamps, Fred.
Friendship stamps. I tried to be organised, look, and I wrote down everything that I'd used.
Very organised.
I even bought special little post-it notes to do it with.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I did.
You go the extra mile.
Well, you've got to make sure you remember, because I know I'm going to get asked.
Yeah.
But when I'm doing this many, you know, I've been busy.
Cover all the bases.
That's it. So we can pop those on like that. We've got some more glue. So just keep building. I know this isn't the most scintillating thing to watch me just building up.
Oh, it's quite satisfying watching all the different layers go on.
And then we can just keep going like that. And then I've purposely not put any of the ivy on yet because I want to tuck that in a minute. We can get a nice good layer. Glue, there it is. Oh, I get into such a mess with glue. Does everybody else get into a mess with glue? I'm sure I'm not the only one that gets all gunged up and messy.
I reckon probably so. That's probably, no, it's not half the fun, is it, with the glue? It's half the fun with inks. Probably not with glue.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Just keep going round and tuck in all the bits in. Oh, we've got some nice longer ones. And like I say, the good thing about using the 3D glue is I've got so much longer to do them. I wanted some of the little
If you need glues, by the way, just whilst watching Corrine, we have got deals. 3D glue on the show on a buy two, get one free. Tacky glue, buy two, get one free. The glue gun and sticks for our UK viewers with the glue sticks free. We've got the glue sticks available as well. Buy three, get one free. We'll look at the mini as well in just a bit, because I know Corrine's been using hers, and if you need to stock up on your minis as well, or your mini consumables, I should say, we do have a deal on that, which we'll talk about in just a bit. And of course, coming up later on, Beautiful Beginnings, zigzag seam builders, flower dyes, masquerade ball with 65% off. Oh, it's a great old day, actually.
It is, actually. We've got some cracking deals on, and some better deals than even we knew about.
Yeah, absolutely right. And better deals than I think even the people who put the show together knew about.
Yeah.
Beth just says, I like watching to see the process like we're seeing here. And yes, I make a mess with glue, inks, glitter, etc. And Christine Mahoney says,
hello, Christine.
That is beautiful, Corrine.
She sent me a lovely message, yesterday, day before. She said, you're not bad at this card making, are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Made me smile, made my day.
Good enough to, you know, keep coming back a few times.
Yes. And then I'm just going to pop, because for me, I love the ivy. Just keep going and popping those on, and just in all different directions, because if you had a wreath you wouldn't have it all going in the same direction. So we can just keep adding these on. And I love, to me, the showcase one for me is definitely the ivory. Once I worked out how to get all that dimension in it, it just is the showstopper, I think. And as you'll notice, we've not yet put those little yellow flowers on. We're going to put those on in a minute. We can just keep... But I wanted to show you, you know, because we've called it flower forming, and this is a flower forming foam, but it doesn't have to be all about really pretty, blousy flower. You know, yes, you're going to make the lovely flowers like we've done. We've done a couple of really pretty flower cards, but it can be, you know, your foliage cards are just as important. This could be Christmas, Thanksgiving, all those
Harvest Festival.
Yeah, all those different ones. But I wanted to show you how, you know, everything that you've got is going to work as well. So yes, I just wanted to show that as well. And then we can pop.
It's almost knowing where to stop, isn't it, really?
Yeah. So once we've got to where you think it's just about, there we go. And then all we're going to do is we're going to come in with these little yellow ones, because I just thought this would lift it so much. And you see how the colour of the card I've picked, this is just from our brights, textured brights. So I've just used the green that matched there and the orange that matched there. So it's all about, for me, all about making sure everything coordinates in, and then just popping in a couple of these flowers. Can you just see, just tucking them in so that they just poke out. And you certainly don't need any glitters, any bows, any, you know, sparkly bits, as you would see that I would normally do on a lot of my projects, because all of that gorgeous, look at that, doesn't that look lovely? How
gorgeous.
Pretty is that? Just comes together.
Could be demo of the day, this, couldn't it? What's everyone
Could
thinking?
be.
Demo of the show. Oh, Johnny's called it already.
Oh, you haven't seen all of them we're going to do yet, though.
Oh, no.
We're going to do... Oh, George is waiting. He's not prepared to put his money down just yet.
Right.
He's just been, right, I'm going to put one there, and then that will call that a day. Because like you say, you've got to stop. You don't know when to stop.
Well, you've got your sort of the equal amount of your flowers on there now, haven't you?
Yeah,
So...
once I put one on here, there you go. Yeah, if I can't
you know
see
when
the
to
quote.
start when it looks like the pile that Corrine showed us at the start of the demo.
Now, if you've got lots of little glue bits like that, all you need to do is get your heat gun and chase them away. And they will just melt away. And melt away just like that. There we go. So all the little glue bits disappear. And then we have, oops, I've got a few left. I can sort that out. We have our card. How about that?
That is absolutely beautiful. So many of you saying exactly the same in the comments as well. Beth is saying, hi everyone, I'm working whilst watching with the sound off, but I just had to jump in and say this demo is beautiful, Corrine.
Thank you.
And Astrid says, those tiny yellow flowers remind me of Mahonia. Is that Christine Mahonia? Christine Mahonia. What's a Mahonia? Do you know what that is?
It's like a bush, and we used to have it growing up the wall of our house.
Mahonia. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, it does look like Mahonia. Yeah, I've only just found that out because I'm looking on Google. Anyway, yes, thank you for that lovely comment. Keep the lovely comments coming through. We're going to have a look at some of your pictures in just a few moments' time, but if you want to go for the showstopper, there's the details on your screen. You get all the dies, all the flower forming foam twice over, and the free stamens for £60.78 or $80.68. Mini is proving popular today as well. The Gemini Mini is our smallest manual die cutting machine with the 6x3 folder that you get within this. So again, you've seen actually, you know, Corrine has used this on this show and earlier on as well. It doesn't look like the biggest machine in the world, but you've seen how many of those flower forming dies you can pop onto one folder and cut just with one pass through your machine. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. And this is the kind of craft, I think, where the minis and the midis come into their own, because, you know, once again, you don't want to be waiting for your electronic machines, do you? You just want a quick pass through because you're batch making, you're going quickly with all of the different dies. So this is where they do absolutely come into their own. So perhaps if you are new to it today and you're thinking about doing flower foam flowers, then you will need a die cutting machine. The Mini is a great place to start, or alternatively, if you are someone with an electronic machine and you need a faster little mini manual partner, then you've got this as well. You get your folder included with that too, so that's your 6x3 folder that you can pop all your dies on. You simply just pop them in, pass it through, cuts beautifully, like a dream. Same sort of pressure that you get from your electronic, but in the manual. And then you're also going to get your plastic shim included as well. That's for use with your 2D embossing folders. 3D folders just go straight through. As you can see, it's like, it's mini but mighty is this. There's your suckers. You can feel, I always say it's not heavy, but it's substantial, the weight of this. You can almost like feel the gearing on the inside, and it's been designed to work just as well as you would expect from the electronic machines. It's portable. You've got the precision, it's practical, it's everything that you would want, and it is simplicity without the electricity. £21.59 is your platinum price. $32.36 if you're shopping in the US and your platinum. Now, as with all of our machines, your plates are your consumables, same with the manual machines as well. So if you want to stock up on these, great opportunity to do so today, where you basically buy the plates there that you're seeing on screen. So you're going to get... You get the plastic folders, you get 2 packs of folders, and you get the shim for free. So you get 6 folders, and your shim comes with that for free, which is incredible, really. £6.38 or $9.52. I said this yesterday when we had the deal on the plates for the electronic machines. Worth stocking up on, because you will get round to using them at some point. Might not be any point soon, but better to have those in your crafty drawers and not need them than to finally get round to having needing them and not having them. So definitely stock up. £6.38 or $9.52. Now we're going to have a quick look at your pictures. We did sort of say a flower gallery, but you know what? You guys have done your own thing. There's loads of florals in here, but actually it's just nice to see your projects. Trying to do at least one of these a day currently, because you guys are absolutely enjoying seeing everybody's work. So should we have a look at some of the beautiful cards? Kate McQueen, here we go. Let's have a look at this beautiful card. I love the white space on this. Yes. Big on white space at the minute.
Talked about this a lot recently, haven't we?
Yes. Is it slightly embossed in the background there, and then you've got those I can never remember the names of them, but I know the range that beautiful Happy comes from. Happy Birthday. Black and white can work so well, can't it?
Yes.
So simple, but very striking.
Yep.
Thank you, Kate. And then this collection here, this is the chinoiserie.
Oh, I don't know that collection.
Yeah, from, must be a couple of years ago now. Very, very popular, but I love that. Got a sort of a taste of the Far East to it, that one, hasn't it?
That's gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, Kate. Marvellous stuff there. Then Sandra's been working, what do you think about these? Sandra's been working on her flowers.
She certainly has.
Gorgeous.
Those are looking lovely. I love the ink around the edges. Oh, she's got silver stains
Silver
in one
stains
of those.
in there
Yes.
as well, yeah. Beautiful, yes. Then we have got Shelley, that's stunning.
What a beautiful scrapbook page.
With wedding photos on, obviously.
Yes.
That is gorgeous, just a little corner.
It's actually not a scrapbook page, it's in a frame.
It's a frame,
isn't it?
yeah, it's a frame.
Wow, how beautiful. What a lovely gift to give someone.
Yeah, and it's got like the, it almost looks like that's the order of service from the...
I say, it's the invitation or the order of service
from the wedding.
Isn't it?
That's beautiful. It looks amazing, Shelley. Thanks for sending that in, that's gorgeous. Then we've got Carletta. Now this is one of our embroidery threading guys, isn't it?
It is. I did those with Debbie last week.
Yeah.
We did them in our mindful shows. Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you, Carletta.
Just love how everybody does slightly different.
Yeah. Good set to go for if maybe you're not much of a sewer, but it gives you the opportunity to do a bit of threading, doesn't it? Lovely job there, Carletta. Thank you so much for sending that in. And then Nancy Carper, look at these.
Wow. They look real.
They do look real.
Especially the one on the right. I was like, oh yeah, that's lovely.
What's that in the one on the right? Is that a little mouse?
Oh, it's got eyes.
That's what I mean.
Maybe it is.
Is there a little mouse hiding in the flowers?
I think it might be.
That is beautiful. I particularly love the flowers in the one on the right-hand side as well. Again, I know what those flowers are on the top, but I don't know what they're called. What are they? The ones on the top with the little white edges on the purple.
Carnations are a bit like that, aren't they, with the colour changing? But that doesn't look like a carnation shape.
Beautiful card in the back as well from the Angel collection, which we had on the other day. Then we've got Lillian with her, it's Paul the Horse, everybody, from Bell Countryside. Whoop, whoop, whoop. This is gorgeous as well. Oh, that's been made with our box frame dies.
Yes.
As
Good
well.
spot.
Thank you.
So we've got the horse, we've got the box frame, and then we've got the flowers as well.
How brilliantly does that work, the fact that she's created the flower-forming flowers to then work with the way she's coloured the flowers on the actual die cut.
Exactly.
That's brilliant, Lillian. Top marks for that one. We love it. Sue Henderson, this is brilliant. Look at this.
Now, is that 3D? Is it?
It looks like it looks like a mixture of paper flowers and foam flowers to me, or is it just? Or has that just been coloured in a certain way?
Could just be the angle we're looking at. You can't always tell on the.
Bit of a trick of the eye, that one.
That's beautiful, whatever it is. What a lovely. I wonder if that's the colour of the wedding party.
Oh, maybe. Maybe was what it is. Sue sent in another picture as well, and this is gorgeous on a 60th birthday card. Look at that.
Wow, that is the one that we used earlier. That was the. Get the right. No, not that one. Oh, it's one of the enchanted ones, I think. Enchanted Dreams ones, I think. How beautiful is that?
Stunning. Thank you, Sue, and thank you everybody for sending all of those in. Beth says, wow, Corrine. Absolutely gorgeous. Deb Sneary says, Corrine, your flower forming knowledge and expertise blows my mind. And Lillian Kwok says, feeling very inspired by Corrine's demos. Absolutely, loads of inspiration. And thank you everyone for sending those pictures. Lots of inspiration coming from you guys today as well, with all of your makes. Always do send them in. Like we said, we're going to try and do at least a gallery a day. But as always, if you do make something, and maybe we're not live or whatever, you can always pop them on Facebook or indeed Insta. I know I get quite a few tags now on people's Facebook, and yeah, as Corrine will, and on Insta. We always have a look. I'm always like fishing through the different sites anyway, the different pages to have a look. But if you tag me, I always read the notifications and I always go and have a look, and I try and comment as well. So do always tag us in your makes. We love to see them. Right, the flower forming showstopper deal still proving very, very popular indeed. This is what most people are going for. Busiest time for all of you shopping right now after seeing all of the demos. Very, very quickly, I'll just whiz through if you've not seen them. Look at, for £60 or $80 and change, this is what you're going to get, all of these goodies. So you're going to get foliage included, foliage dies. You're going to get these beautiful perfect peonies. You're going to get the dies from the Wisteria collection. You're going to get those gorgeous ivy dies as well, which I just love. Then you've got the two sets, the Hydrangea and the Rose Garden, that bring you not only the dies, but also the larger templates as well to make your bigger florals and allow you to create more depth and dimension. You've then got your pine cone. Again, you've seen here, this is a great example of that doubling up to as your dandelion. You've got your Christmas rose in there. You've also got the set which Corrine just used there, the Autumn Leaves. 5 dies in total to be able to recreate that wreath that you just saw. That's included in the bundle. You also get all of your foam, and remember, you get this twice over in the bundle. It was a genuine mistake, but we are honouring it. So you get 2 lots of the flower forming foam from the Country Lane. That's 32 sheets. You're going to get 32 sheets of this gorgeous set of colours from your Knitwit Homebody collection. You'll then also get 14 sheets of your white flower forming foam, which of course will take your inks and your pens, so you can colour that in or ink that up to whatever you want it to look like. And then you're going to get all of your autumn hues there as well, 24 of those, because you're getting double the amount of the flower forming foam that I've just shown you. And then also you're going to get for free the stamens as well, so 400 of each of those. All of that for £60 or £60 or $80 if you're platinum. It's been the most popular way to go. If you do want to go individually, the dies are available as a bundle. The flower forming foam is available as a bundle, but you only get 1 set of each, and you can get those stamens available individually. But why would you? If budget allows today, get the lot, get these for free, and get double the amount of foam. Right, keep the comments coming. I've just seen, I don't know where the time goes. We've got less than 40 minutes to go, so shall we crack on with another demo?
Too, because what I want to show you is, so I took a piece of card and then I went in with my inks, and I just used my quick dry ink so that I got quite a vibrant colour. And you can see they don't blend, but I then went over it with my polka dot stencil and my rosebud floral. Did polka dot stencil with black and rosebud floral with white. And once I'd done that, I put it on my Luscious Leaves, my embossing folder. And that is what I got.
Oh, wow.
So
Incredible.
that is exactly the same, but doesn't it tone with a bit of gilding wax over the top?
Yeah.
It just changes everything, doesn't it? It just brings it all together. Now, you can be making papers like that as easily as, I mean, honestly, it took minutes to make. But
Is
can
that
you
one of
see?
the gold gilding waxes, is it?
Yeah, just one of our gold gilding waxes. So you can see the polka dots back there, and you can just see the white hues from the flowers. But I just wanted to show you. So what we're going to do is something, a completely different look. So I've got my foam, and if I go that way, so I've got 4 layers, I can get it in my little folder. And then I'm going to take the largest and the middle size. So we can pop that on just there and that on just like that. And that's going to cut all 4 layers at once.
Yeah.
So 2 pinks and 2 purples. And yeah, just cut all of those. So we can just run that through there. Now, it's going to be hard to get that to show your inks.
Yeah.
Because it's a darker foam. So what I thought we would do instead, and look at that, look how easily they separate out. All 4, no worries at all. And then, yep, there we are, right. Once we've done that, I'm then going to come in with my gilding wax. Now, I don't think that's the one I used. Let me see. Ah, there it is. Ooh, it's a broken pot. There you go. So this is Empire Gold.
Okay.
Oh, it's quite thick on this one. So all you want to do is, and again, not get too hung up about it, just pop a little bit of your gilding wax on.
But it takes pretty much anything, the foam, doesn't it? It takes
good,
anything,
isn't it?
really. Lovely to decorate that with a bit of your gilding wax. Just loads of comments coming through as we're watching you. Astrid says beautiful makes and cards, everyone. Lovely to see that gallery, wasn't it? Beautiful makes, says Fred. Fantastic makes and projects, everyone, says Deborah. Benita says, I can't wait to get my order and play with making them all. Benita also says, wow, Corrine, so gorgeous. I think lots of people love that, the tag there with the embossing folder on. Really stunning.
I've been doing a lot of that sort of mixed media ones on a weekend, so you know, I just thought I'd just show you how I do genuinely use it in my craft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my craft iron in again, because I just want, oh, I'm getting all muddled with all the wires. So all I'm going to do is make sure I've got my mat here, and then we're just going to pop that on, just pop it on, and then once we've got it, we're just going to just give it a little bit of a shape. While it's nice and warm, I'm just going to let, you can see the ball tool just rough it up a little bit, just make it, you know, roughen up. Right now, that gilding wax isn't very visible. I might put a bit more on. If I put it the right way, right, yeah. Pop that on, and then on there, and then we can just go in and just rough up those petals a little bit. I don't want them to be so perfect, because what we're going to do is, ooh, I can see the iron slowly moving. I don't want to, you know, your natural reaction would be to grab it.
It's like when the phone rings when you're doing the ironing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hello! Never done that, thankfully. Heard of people who have, though.
Have you?
Yeah.
There we go. Let's go in with that.
I've heard of people who, to save time, have obviously don't try this at home. Who've, I'm not going to say it because it's so ridiculous.
Come on, you've started now.
Who like have their clothes on, then they see a crease and they've got the iron out.
Oh no! I don't think they wouldn't really do that, would they?
Wouldn't they? But some people would. Amazing, Corrine, says Beth. Deborah is saying, wow, great difference between the two as well.
There we go, right. Just giving that a little bit of a rough up. Now, this hasn't shown, maybe I put more, I forgot, I only made these a few days ago, but I can't remember. Must have put a little bit more gilded wax. I think mine was a little bit more liquid than this one here at the studio. I think that's because the lid's cracked. It's not got an airtight seal anymore. So it's drying out a little bit. Just move that. I'm always paranoid about can you see it's gone a bit thicker?
If he does that, can you just
There is a way. I'm not totally sure on how to reactivate. I must ask the question of the other experts, because I'm sure one of them could tell me.
Yeah.
I've never had to, because...
Why has it gone like that? Because the lid's not been sealed properly.
Can you see the lid's broken?
Oh, right.
Somebody's obviously dropped it. So because it's been dropped, the lid's cracked.
Yeah.
So it's not sealing.
I'm sure I've had
What
that.
I would be tempted to do would put a piece of cling film
over the top
over the top,
lid.
and then put the lid on over that. And that's going to seal it back up.
I want to say, but don't take my word on this, that you can add a bit of heat with your heat.
Can you? I'm not sure. I need to investigate that. But can you see on here? It's shut, but I just think it's just giving a little bit of a gap. Right, so once I've done that, I'm just going to make up my flour. Glue gun, there we go. Now you can, like I said, you could use your tacky glue, because tacky glue will stick this.
Yeah.
But when you see what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the glue to help me form the shape. So that won't work with tacky glue, because tacky glue would take too long to dry, so it would go flat again. Yeah, so you can't get the shape with tacky glue.
Yeah.
Oh, just put that, there we go, just manipulate it to where you want. Just give it a little bit of pressure. And the only other thing I've found is your ball tools will last forever. You probably will need another foam mat at some point, because I get glue all over mine. I can feel mine's got quite a lot of chunks missing in it, just where the glue, you know, where I've oozed glue and stuff. So we're going to put that one in there. Oops. And then we can pop the next flower.
Fuchsia.
Like that. Yeah, it is very fuchsia-esque, isn't it? So once I've done that, I've got my next one. And what I want to do is turn that over so that those petals are coming up and these petals are coming down. And then let's just pop it that way. So that went like that. So if we turn it upside down and put, oops, stuck to me, put that one in there, then that will then create a different shape underneath. When we put that on, it'll then, and then I can then just get these and press down, and you get a completely different shape, because you've got all of those coming up and that one coming down. So to go in the centre, what I'm going to do is, I don't know what you call these.
What?
Little tiny beads.
Oh, they're beads?
Yeah, tiny little, like, they're smaller than
beads.
seed beads. Again, I've just got so much stuff in my craft room, and I'm just going to pop a little, pop that, and then open that out, and then I'm just going to, I did this over something and I've not put it over. I'm going to put the little beads in the centre, and then there we go. I've now got a little seeded centre, just like that. Get rid of all the loose ones, just like that. And then, can you see, I've got lots of different ones. Much more of a sort of steampunky effect, I thought. You know, if somebody isn't into pretty cards, then you can still make a lovely card. You know, not everybody likes pale pink or yellow pastels. It's not everybody's cup of tea. So I've just made this literally a very simple tag card, folded the card in half and then cut the top off. Did the same with the mats and layers. And then I did nothing more than I just put my pokey tool through there just to get those. A couple of little gems down in the corner. I have a happy birthday here, which I'm going to stick on first. That's going to go just there. And then I'm going to pop my flowers on just like this, just here, just like that. Now, the one thing I've done differently with this one, and you'll see next, just a minute, let me just put this on. So we were talking about how you can make the foliage. Foliage doesn't have to look like real foliage, so I've just used those gorgeous foliage dies and cut out a mirror card. because I just thought that would, you know, pretty green leaves wouldn't be in keeping with the style that we've gone for.
Like you say, it's a very sort of steampunky, I don't know, what the way to describe this really.
Bit different.
Very different.
Yeah.
But it works.
It does, doesn't it?
Really nice.
There we go, put that through there. And then all I want to do next is take my ribbon and poke it through here. Oops, see if I can get that through. There we go. Ribbon through there, just to make it look a bit more like a tag. But because it's a card, I thought what we'd do is we'd put a little bow just on here and pop that on like that. And that is something completely different.
love
But the
it.
same dies, but completely different.
I love that so much. Do you know what? So many different hints and tips and ideas and ways to use these you picked up over the course of the show, and indeed Wake Up Call earlier on. Lots of you with baskets that need to be checked out as well. So we'll take a quick break in just a second. Hey to Michelle, he says, hey y'all. Becky says, I've tagged you in a picture, Ben. Thank you. I'll have a look very shortly. Lillian says, Ben, I've tried a hairdryer to iron out creases on clothes that I'm wearing. And Astrid says, here's my ironing tip of the day. Don't iron your clothes whilst wearing them. Good tip. Eleanor Swing Jones says, I love making the foam flowers. They are my favourite flowers. I think, again, like once you've picked up the hints and tips and you've got the hang of them, like I know a lot of you will have, they do look the absolute biz. Jeanette says, so pretty. Olga says, everyone's cards are beautiful. Amanda Rostovsky says, those flowers would look beautiful on a headband. We've done them previously on shows on like headbands, little bracelets, little floral displays for, you know, weddings. And like we said, you know, if you want to buy some of your floristry wine, some of your Oasis, mad for it, beat you George, you can stick it into a little vase as well. Quite a nice thing to do sometimes. If you're making bigger ones, if you've got someone in hospital, you can't always take like real flowers into a hospital, can you? So something like that could be quite nice.
You know, foam flowers float.
Excuse me?
Foam flowers float.
Oh yeah, so you could put them in like your little...
in a water in a bowl. Sorry, I'm just putting some little extra flowers on that I'd forgotten I'd made.
Yeah. I also like the displays, and I've never been on a show yet when I've seen it, and I'd love to. Do you know the displays where you see like the foam flowers being used from the teapot pouring into the cup?
Oh yes, yes, a
Like
floating
flowers.
teacup.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant when you said they float. But no, absolutely. So many different ways to use them. Love the leaves, says Carrie. I would never have done that. I'm such a traditional person. Tag is pretty, says Eleanor. I wouldn't mind having that on my gift. Lovely. So pretty. Loving the tag angle of your makes. Corinne says Adriana. Beth says beautiful. Thea says beautiful. And Mary Pat also saying gorgeous. Beautiful card, says Liza. And I love those colours Corinne's used, says Lillian Kwok. Just to show you, if you want to get the very best out of your collection and you haven't got these, you might want to add the tools into your basket as well. These are your ball tools, first of all. So this is a bundle that you're going to get together. You get the 3 ball tools there with your sponge. With the 3 different sizes. So you basically got 6 different size balls on those tools for all of your different flowers and all of the different makes that you're going to use. And then you have got your petal distressing tool and the finger toboggan, as we call it. So perfect for adding texture to all of your foam flowers and your paper flowers as well, for that matter. It's just a great way to make them look a little bit more realistic, isn't it? So that is a lovely set to add into your basket alongside all of the other goodies that you've already got in there. So that is £11.99 or $15.96 if you're a platinum member. As I say, worth popping in. Right, we're going to take a short little break. We have got another demo to bring to you and also a bit of a wrap up and of course the vote for your favourite make of the show. As you head to the checkout, don't forget that last chance saloon on the website, and last day as well for our 3 for 2 flash sale on card and paper. You'll find a designated section on the website that you can click on to see all of the paper and card within that particular deal, so do have a look before you check out. We'll come back in about 3 or 4 minutes time with more with Corrine on our masterclass with our flower forming foam. We'll see you in a moment.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
One that was really funny, Ben. You didn't.
It was
have
better than
it.
your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comfort of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other, where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
Feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously. The people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Safe to say you guys have loved this show. There's so many brilliant, lovely comments coming through. We really appreciate all these, so thank you. Rhonda is saying, Ben, I've refurbished a massive ornate mirror with 3 different colours of the Pebeo gilding wax. It turned out beautiful. Love the wax. So easy to use. That's what it was used for originally, wasn't it? For like for furniture, for your old style furniture. So yes, brilliant, Rhonda. Love to see the pictures if you ever get a chance. Tag us. Benita says, I'd probably move it to a baby food jar. Oh, the wax. That wax lasts a lot longer. That wax lasts a long time. Needs a new container.
Yes.
Right, put it in a different container.
Yeah.
And Carol says, I've thoroughly enjoyed the demos today. I have several of the flower foam colours, statements and tools, and I haven't done much with them yet, but I will now. Do you know what? More than anything, obviously, we're here to give you inspiration. Obviously, we're here to bring the deals, but actually, if you've got a lot of the goodies and all we've done today is make you go, oh, I'm going to make some flowers, then I think it is job done as far as we're concerned. One more demo, do you reckon?
One more demo. Something completely different. So we've done what I'd call a pretty card, we've done our autumnal card, we've done something a little bit steampunk, and now I thought I would decorate up a candle to show you how this could be home decor.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
putting it on a candle. You could be doing it on anything.
Yeah.
You could be doing it on a picture frame, you could be doing it on a basket, you could be doing it on a headband, anything. So just to show you that it doesn't have to be card projects. So these are the Christmas rose. There you go, you can see. They're an unusual one, these. It took me a few attempts with this one to get my flowers right. Not today, I mean, when I first got these. You know, this is what we were saying earlier, is don't be afraid to put your first flowers in the bin. If they just don't work, do you know what I mean? Sometimes it takes a couple of times of using them to work out how to use them.
Yeah.
You're not always going to get it right every single time. But when you've got 104 sheets of foam, then you're all right. You've got plenty of time.
Yeah, one mishap doesn't matter.
One mishap doesn't matter. So I've just cut 2 layers out of these. I could have cut 3 or 4, but I'm just going to do one of the flowers because I've got some already done. So once we've got these, I'm not going to bother with any inks or anything because it's a nice dark foam and it's going to look really, really pretty. So matting and my ball tool. So even though we've used roughly the same techniques with them all, we've got very different looks. See, oh, there we go, that's going, that went quick. And then I'm just going to use the ball tool to really make it nice and curved. So it gave me some shape, and then I'm going to use the ball tool just like that. Now, that's curving up that way, and I'm going to do the next one. There we go, oh, there we go. Just knock it down if it doesn't come off, because you can see it's shrinking all the time. Some seems to shrink more than others, but don't worry about that. So we've got 2 there. I'm going to come down with the... Whoop. You will get static. I've not yet worked out a way to eliminate static. I often have just some wet cloth at the side.
Yeah.
And I sometimes find, you know, just wet your fingers and it'll help. Yeah, there's no magic tip that I know personally to stop that. So
let us know if you've got one in the comments.
Yeah, let us know.
Share the knowledge, everybody.
But it's not the end of the world. You
No.
just sort of shake it off. But I know I've had people ask me before and say, "Oh, I get lots of static when I make the flowers." Yeah, you do.
But Ethan says, I really love the fact that you rough them up. It makes them look so authentic.
Yeah. To me, that definitely does that. I don't want those to shrink too much. There we go. So I want this one to come quite sort of like round. So I'm going to come round and I'm going to pop this on here. There we go. Let's use that side. There we go, there. And then the final one I've got. There we are, right. Just drop that iron down there. There we go. Right, so we've got lovely little curved ones. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the largest ones. So it curves up that way, but I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to pop it that way. Then I'm going to get the next one and do the same. Oops, it's static. So let's turn it that way over and put some glue on there. And then we can just pop that one on there. That's going to go. Just press that down and straight away you can see, because we've turned it over, we're getting it to go in that other direction. And I'm not going to go in with that next one. I'm going to skip down to the smaller one and I'm going to, let me just grab another glue stick. There we go. Yeah, make sure you're stocked up with your glue sticks, because you will, even though you're only using a little bit of glue at a time, it's amazing how quickly you get through it.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Put that one on there, and then a little bit of glue on there, and then you can pop that one. And every time I do them, I do try to stagger them. Then I'm just going to get the ball tool, get one that I like the size of, and then just press. So what that's doing is, that's using the mat to shape it, to press it in, whilst I'm putting a little bit of pressure on, not a lot, and I'm just flattening that glue. and I'm just letting it set. So now when I open that out, this is why I said, can you see we've now got,
yes.
Isn't that?
That is perfect.
So all I would do here is little hole down the centre again.
Did you say, sorry, read the static. Fred just says put a dryer sheet on the foam block under the flower, helps cut the static.
A dryer sheet on the foam. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I'll try that because I've
try.
got some. Because I've got a pack in my craft room as well from when I was doing...
What, dryer sheets?
Yeah, from when I was, you know, the electronic blade cutting machines.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, used to rub over them with that.
Ah, okay.
Or when you're doing parchment craft.
Yes.
You always run over with a dryer sheet then.
Oh, fine.
So that's why.
Yeah, give it a go.
Yes. Right, straight down the centre with my stamens, and that will then pull through. And again, I'm not going to pull them too far. I'm just going to pop them there and take that out, and a little bit of glue to hold those in. And then I think I might be able to just snip off just there. I'm going to get shot at because I think I've got glue over everything today. Okay, right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this so you can just see it. So just a nice little electric tea light, candle, and I'm going to pop in. Right, what I'm going to do first is I've just raided all my craft stuff, and I've got some of these little berries, and from the night before Christmas I've got a couple of the little pine cones.
Okay,
so
yes.
We're just going to pop, let's get that going there, a little bit of glue on here. There we go, just pop that one on.
Oh, that light in the candle's actually flickering.
Is it?
Is that? Yeah. The fake light in the candle's flickering. Very pretty.
And then we can pop.
Is that one of the smelly candles as well, or is it just?
No.
Oh, it isn't.
No.
Well, you know, you laugh, but you can get the smelly.
Oh, the one in my
ones.
living room that's electric smells of vanilla.
Yeah. Yeah. They're smelly, and you can colour change them as well, can't you?
Yes.
With a little remote control.
Pop a little one there. This has got quite a Christmassy theme to it, but you could make it any season that you wanted. Pop that, and then I've got some foliage, just the foliage left over from earlier. And again, we can just put a little bit of glue on. Oops, I've got glue strings everywhere. Oh, come on, don't pull it apart, Corrine. That hadn't stuck down. There we go, there was some glue strings stuck on there. There we go. Pop that on.
This is really pretty, really pretty.
But
nice for like a little candle for Christmas. I know some people like, you can get like Advent candles, can't you?
Yeah.
The candles to decorate. We got one, we got married. You could decorate up as well. It's amazing to think of all the different things that you can do, really, isn't it? Because you automatically go to your kind of default setting, which is card making.
Yeah, but this is why I wanted to try and get this candle together, because I just thought it shows that it's not just for card making. You know, it can be whatever you want, you know. And just because I've done it as a candle, you could be doing all sorts of different home decor pieces. Come on, out of that glue. There we go, put that one on. And then I'm going to put this one just down here. And then I've got a couple of little ones that I've made up just exactly the same as I made up those yellow ones on the autumnal card. I've got a smaller one just there, look. Just out of some smaller layers. Just, let's see if we can, where we can squeeze that in. That might go in the middle. And then some tiny weeny ones that we can just pop in just around. Oh, my hair's tickling, my nose is going to sneeze. Ooh.
Oh, does he?
I could feel it tickling.
All the flowers go off the candle.
It was really making me twitch. And now I've got hot glue gun in my hand. There we go. And then we can pop that one on there. And then you could just keep going. But how about like that?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
There we go.
So good. And I think a great way to kind of, finish off the demos in this show, you've covered so much, Corrine, actually, and you know what? Talk about a masterclass. You absolutely shown us so many different ways. Carol Luster says, what wonderful ideas for using these flowers. I now have visions of how lovely an Easter basket could look decorated. Yes, and Easter bonnets as well. Do you guys do that? You must do in the US as well, like have Easter bonnet parades. The kids seem to do that a lot at the primary schools. So yes, decorate your baskets, decorate your bonnets for Easter. And Tina Adshead on Facebook just says, I love the demos and tips. I decorate wine bottles with the foam flowers. Then put lights in the bottle. Absolutely. My wife loves to do that as well. She collects wine bottles and puts the lights in. It's like Blackpool Illuminations in our house. Yes.
You're not brave enough to say that one out loud, are you?
No, I'm not. But you guys know exactly what I mean without me saying it. I have 5 of these candles, says Rhonda. I've always thought I should do something with them to make them look pretty, and this is fabulous. That's it, isn't it? Because, you know, it's quite nice that they're going to give you that, you know, candlelight, if you like, but they do look quite plain and boring. But when you've got the ability to be able to decorate them up, I think, again, you know, you'll be going around the house, like that picture that we saw a little bit earlier on. I think it was Shelley who sent it in, that beautiful wedding frame. It looked amazing, but how much better did it look just with that corner decorated with the foam flowers? So adding all of those kind of layers of interest, and you can certainly do that with these flowers. No, it was the wedding photo. It was the wedding photo that we did. Shall we get the vote going on the demo of the show?
Right.
And then I'll recap on a few bits.
I keep fiddling. That's what. Right. Okay. So. Just going to move that out.
Oh, sorry, I caught you on the hop there.
It's all right. Right. Okay. So the first one we made was the white flowers.
Yep.
1. The second one we made was the autumnal one. 2. The third one we made was the tag-shaped card. Oh, sorry, tag-shaped card. There you go. 3. And the fourth one was the little candle. There you go. So you got 4 choices. 4 choices.
1, 2, 3 or 4. George is going 3.
Yep.
What are you having, Johnny? I'm going 1.
You're going 1. You see, one's my favourite. That's just my style.
4, 1. Is 1 your favourite, is it?
Yeah.
So 2 4s, 2 1s here. I thought George was going to go for number 2, but...
2. Johnny's going 2.
Okay. So what are you going for, George? 4?
3.
Are you 3? Okay. Not 2, not number 2. Okay, okay. So have we got them all covered now?
I don't know.
I'm confused. Vote for whichever one you want. You've got 2 minutes. Go. Let us show you everything that you're going to be getting. Let's show everything you're going to be getting in this collection. Oh dear, you guys. I think George has had too many cups of tea in the gallery, that's all I'm saying. Right, you're going to get all of these dies. So your wonderful wisteria is one of the dies. Just remember, these are so named. However, I mean, this obviously makes a beautiful wisteria flower, but you can use whatever colours of flower-forming foam or papers or vellums that you want to use to create the flower that you want to create.
Do that on Sunday, Second Chance Sunday.
Okay, you've got your foliage included in there as well. Always very useful to have that alongside the flowers, because as proved earlier on, sometimes it does look like your flowers are floating. But with the foliage, of course, you can add that as like a little back layer. You've then got your peonies, the ivy, which is beautiful. Saw a great demo with that earlier on Wake Up Call this morning. You've then got 2 sets. So these sets, the Regal Rose and the Hydrangea Garden, these include the templates as well, so you can make bigger flowers as you're seeing just here. So if you want to be able to make bigger flowers, maybe you want to add more layers in there as well, you've got the ability to be able to do that. That's the Hydrangea Garden. Then you've got all of the pine cones in there. Again, pine cones, or as we've shown you on this board here, daffodils. Then you've got the Christmas rose, hellebore, did you say? Hellebore. And then lastly in your dies is your autumn leaves. 5 you're going to get in that collection. So all of the dies, you can grab those individually, but don't do that. Grab the deal on the screen, because if you go for the deal on the screen, we'll give you all of the dies, then we will give you all of your flower forming foam and 2 lots of this. This was a genuine sort of clerical error, if you like. We put too many on the actual list for the show, but we're honouring it. So you're going to get 32 sheets of your Country Lane colours. You're going to get 14 sheets of your white, and as we've been talking about through the day, such a handy set to have this, because then you can completely bespoke and colour this to whatever colour flower you're looking with or looking at. You then got 32 sheets of your Nitwit collection. and then you're also going to get 24 sheets of your autumn hues. So all of that is included. As I say, double the amount of flower forming foam that I'm showing you there, and then we give you for free in the bundle your 800 stamens as well. So it's a massive bundle, £143, $190. Not today, friends. £60.78 is your platinum price, or $80.68. That is a heck of a deal. If you want to go for the individuals, you can. They are all there on the Shop the Day page on the website. Love the decorated candle, Corrine. I've enjoyed all your demos today. Our Rachel just saying I like them all. I cannot choose today. I'm sorry. Christine says, stunning, stunning, stunning. I refuse to vote.
Is that how it works?
But we do have a winner.
Oh, good, good.
And the winner. I'm 2 from 2 today. 1.
Number 1.
Yes.
There we go. Well, thank you for all of those anyway. But thank you for picking that one.
Brilliant.
We'll see what happens tonight, because it's some different flowers. It's not flower forming, it's different flower dye. So it could be a full house of flowers tonight.
Could be.
Or it could be... what's it ball? Masquerade ball?
Masquerade ball, zigzag seam builders on the show tonight. Got an amazing hero tool, small die and stamp folder. We've got tri-blends, Nina card, tape pens. Oh, we've got it all tonight coming up on Beautiful Beginnings. Massive thank you to Corrine. What a fantastic show. Loads of inspiration and demonstrations. And a massive thank you to you for watching as well. If you haven't yet checked out your baskets, make sure you do, because those items aren't yours until you do. We'll be back in just a couple of hours' time. Until then, check out those baskets and we'll see you for Beautiful Beginnings in just a while. Bye!